Germ. Germ, spelled with a G. Not a J. Spelled with a G, but you say it like a J. Germ. Otherwise straightforward. Germ. Germ. Genetic. Accent on the middle. Genetic. Genetic. Je, or J. Either one would probably be acceptable. Genetic. Genetic. Just don't do genetic. Or genetic. That first one, maybe this is the reason why some are important and some aren't. I'll have to look and see if this is always the case. But anytime it's a stressed syllable, you've got to get the vowel right, I think. And when it's not a stressed syllable, like genetic, genetic, that first syllable, j, can kind of be a j or a ja. People won't notice it so much, but that middle one, since it's stressed, genetic, it can't be genetic. It can't be genetic. It has to be genetic. Okay, so growth, growth, growth. All right, so that W before the TH, we're not going to make it too obvious with our lips. We're not going to go growth, 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 growth. You could, but it would be noticeable. When there's a WTH, anytime it's kind of an awkward sequence of events of your mouth. So an awkward sequence of articulators, meaning your tongue and your teeth and your lips and all that. So growth, growth. We get lazy and we were just going to like open our mouth for the O part and then do the TH. Growth, 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 growth. Not grow with, grow with. We're just going to do growth, growth, growth. It's almost like the W's not really there, but kind of. Growth. Make sure you get your R, make sure you get your TH, and not an F. We don't want growth, growth. Even if you don't obviously put your teeth on your lip for an F, growth, growth. See how mine are kind of hidden right now? Growth, growth. It still sounds like an F. People will hear it. Unless you put your tongue somewhere in the middle of those teeth. Even if it's not always sticking out all the way, it's got to be there. Growth, growth, growth. If you don't put your tongue forward at all, growth, 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 it's going to sound wrong even if your teeth aren't obviously touching. Growth, 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 growth. Can you hear the difference? Growth, 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 growth. Damn. It's very slight, but it's there. So make sure you get your TH. Growth, growth. Heart attack, heart attack. Heart attack? Yeah, we probably don't do... He had a heart attack? That sounds like a question. It's always heart attack. Heart attack, attack, attack. Attack, the emphasis is on the last syllable, attack. But when it's all together, heart attack. Heart is the strongest one. Tack is the second to most strong. Heart attack. HIV, another acronym. So make sure there's that little tiny little closing off of the throat in the back that tells us those are separate sounds. HIV, HIV. Those are letters. HIV. Hives, hives. So the VZ sound is kind of like all together. Vzz, vzz. Vzz, tongue up here, teeth on your lip, and then tongue forward for Z. Vzz, 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 hives. The E is kind of silent in there, so it's just hives. The S is a Z sound, hives.